money. And yeah, I think there are a lot of people that are still don't have any clue. They think the world's working perfectly. They don't know. They think, oh yeah, maybe there's some bad wars and there's some Al-Qaeda people that are trying to hurt us, and you know, they believe the myths and the stories that mainstream media perpetrates, and they don't really connect to people through Twitter, through Ustreams, what's up, bro? And through like talking to people on the street, through gathering in the square, through peacefully assembling and discussing the issues of the day, because we're all isolated in our little boxes, watching our tubes, watching, you know, what the newscaster of the day, Tom Brokaw, whatever, is telling you, and no one's thinking for themselves. So I'm hoping that people wake up to critical thinking skills. Now, I think a lot of people that are watching your stream, they're already awakened. They're really interested in the culture of Occupy and how we relate and how we try to work through our issues or our actions and the community building. But I'm interested in also, like, you know, that guy that's walking on the street, that do you really know? Do you understand what's happening? And those are the people we got to try to wake up. And it happens through this pot banging march on Wednesday. What I noticed is we're banging pots, we're marching, and I was streaming, and I walked to the other side of the street on the opposite side of the march, and I realized we had people handing out flyers on the other side of the street, encouraging them to get involved in the future march, and here's a little bit of information as to why we're doing this. That, I think, is critical, because it's definitely getting attention when we're on the street, but if you don't follow up with, like, this is why we're on the street, this is why we're mad as hell and we're not going to take it.
So what are you trying to do? Get 10 million people in the street? That would be beautiful. No arrest.
Well,
10 million in the street without arrest. How is that?
No, I mean,
that's kind of ideal, but would you like that?
I would be happy with 100,000 people.
No,
10 million.
Let's say I give it to you. Would you be happy? And what would that change?
Right.
What is the change with 10 million no arrests in the street?
Well, that to me is like it's that mass culture, right?
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm eating.
It's okay, no problem. Don't worry about it.
That would, again, you know, it's like a tipping point. You know, people would see. Wait, there's 10. How many did you say? 10 million?
Yeah.
There's 10 million.
Even 50 million. Let's say 50 million no arrest.
Well, I mean,
it's an ideal, like dream.
That's a huge block of people.
Yes, it is.
And the herd mentality, which sometimes we don't like, we would like in this case, because then there would be other people who are like, what are those people doing, or what do they know that I don't know? Why are they feeling so free? Why are they taking the streets? And I think the mass of people would make a bigger splash. You know, when
like what? What do you mean splash? What's splash?
Because it would be ludicrous if there was 50 million or whatever, 10 million people in the
street. Doesn't matter. 100 million. Say everybody. Okay.
Well, let's just say
change it. Everybody who can walk is in the street.
Well, what's the coverage of that, right?
Yeah.
Is it going to be on CNN and NBC and on the channels?
No. I said everybody already in the street. They don't need CNN because they know they're already in the street. So what is the result from this?
Well, I mean, there's definitely going to be a successive amount of steps to get from this system doesn't work to how are we going to make things work.
Okay, so we are in the street. Everybody is in the street. Everybody who can walk is in the street.
Right.
And now what?
Well, now I think it's a matter of just going to be trying to work things out, but I mean, I don't know how to describe what that is. When we all realize that we don't need to buy...
I'm trying to investigate.
No, I agree. I mean, when we all realize we don't need to buy stupid T-shirts from China, from a shop on Canal Street, and that guy realizes he doesn't have to have that job because it's sort of an illusion based on like trading and selling of things. You know, I guess I don't know, and that's the beauty of it to me, is not knowing, actually, because if we knew, I think we would be doing it. If I instinctively knew what the steps were, I would want to tell everyone, but I don't know.
So if everybody is in the street, then of course, as you said, probably
it's a critical mass point. I think we're going to reach a critical mass.
said everybody for the goodness of this discussion.
All right.
So we put everybody in the street.
Yeah.
Now
I can only tell you my dream. I don't know the actual. I mean, my dream would be that as a humanity, there's sort of an elevation of consciousness where we realize how important it is that we know each other,
right?
And that we reach out and we assist and that we help each other, or we build systems and ways of living that sustain the mass of people, not trying to benefit each individual. Because all of our interactions now are usually like, how can I manipulate you enough to control you, to make money off of you, or to, there's a lot of that going on, of that gaming. And I think if there's going to be a shift in consciousness where people somehow realize this is not working what we're doing, we're dysfunctional, now we're on the streets because we don't know what we're doing, I think that then there will be another point of clarity that will just come out of this. I don't know what it is now, but it might be just this aha that says, oh my God, where have you been? Like, can I make you some...
We are in the streets. All nation is in the streets. So now what?
Well, you keep going back to the streets. We would take each other into our homes.
Yes.
Build communities differently. We would figure out ways to provide for each other based on gifting and sharing and my hope would be that the greed, the gene of greed, or whatever that is that makes us want to hoard. Maybe it's fear. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have enough later, so I have to hoard enough now. I'm afraid you're going to take it, so I better protect you from taking it, control you so you don't get my stuff. I'm hoping that would dissolve. I don't know how. If that mentality dissolved, I think we would naturally gravitate towards cooperation instead of competition. Now, a lot of times it takes an outside threat to do that. Something is threatening us, and then we'll cooperate. So yeah, I don't. That's living through a fear-based thing. It's like something we're afraid of that it's going to hurt us, so we all have to get together to combat against that outside force. And I want us to realize at some point that there is no outside force. It's all us together trying to make shit happen and to be beautiful human beings.
Thank you. Your name?
I'm Dallas.
Dallas. Okay.
Hi, bro.
Thank you.
Most reliable streamer out there. One of the best. Keep it up.
I don't know. I'm just trying.
You're a guy in a park with a camera, being present, and that's very important. Very important. And I enjoy every tune you in, Global Rev and others. We always see what you're up to, so it's good to see you out there in the streets.
Thank you, Dallas.
Yeah.
Take care.
See you, Richard.